Hi, I'm Kate Tavender. Welcome to Planet Parent. Grandparents hold a unique and vital place in family life. They can referee between parent and child and build bridges to our past. But some kids may think they're uncool. Parents may think they're overindulgent. And worse yet, it often appears that society dismisses their years of life experience as irrelevant. However, as you'll see in this feature report, grandparents can provide emotional support that can only come from decades of living and learning.
So, what else happened today in school? Tell me. You told me what you have for dinner. Everything a woman does, I do. Or a mom does, I should say. What's he doing?
He's trying to catch a fish.
He's trying to catch a fish, right.
By the end of the day, if you've been with them all day, by 9:30, you're ready to go down to bed when they go.
Parenting, friendships, lessons in life. Grandparents can provide it all.
Carla's parents, or my parents, all you need is a phone call, and they would leave anything and ready to spend a day, 2 days, a weekend, a week, taking care of the children, no questions asked, and you don't even need to
Worry about them.
And we're lucky to that effect, because there's a lot of parents who don't have that luxury that we do.
Claude's parents love to share their cultural heritage with Xavier and Olivia.
We put music for them, for instance, Italian music, Arabic, and they dance with the grandfather. And they love this. They are so happy. Yeah.
We are so happy.
And we are.
Carla's parents, too, have much to teach the grandchildren about their family history.
Can you tell me in Italian then? Uno.
Uno, due, tre, cinque.
We've had some conversations about some of the things that happened in Italy, like when Bruno was a little boy and things like that. Yeah, they like the stories.
Yeah, because they say every time I see him, I tell him a different story.
There's always a story.
But I try to tell them, the art life we had back home, and it wasn't easy what we were doing, what we were not doing. And
Seniors offer us a window to the past, which helps children understand that they are a part of a larger family tree. Dr. Ben Schlesinger has devoted his life to the study of the family, and more recently grandparents and their changing role in today's society.
Go to the park or go to anywhere and look at grandparents. They seem much younger than our own grandparents. They do things with grandchildren that our own grandparents never did before.
Hey, good job, Violet. I don't really feel my age. Fallon has a way of making me feel very young, and she gets me up and gets me going. Puts my life in perspective as well. I mean,
That's quite a jump.
I have a meaning in my life now, and it's a goal.
Though many of the tasks are the same, being a grandparent is different from being a parent.
You're not taking care of their everyday needs, like their laundry and their shopping and everything. You're just taking care of, you're just being with them, entertaining them and feeding them.
when I had my own, I enjoyed them. It was beautiful. But then you work, you're tired all the time coming home at night, so you got all the things you have to do and to carry on life. Now, I just enjoy them.
Now that the grandparents are retired, they can do things that they never did before. And by the way, their own children will admit it too. They always will say, how come you didn't do this with me? How come you're taking them out? How come you're taking them to Europe? You never did this to me.
We never really played with my parents. Where I see now my mother, going down on the carpet or on the floor and sort of playing with Olivia, playing with Xavier, with the toys and that sort of thing, where it creates a bit of jealousy because when I was a child, I really never had that.
The parent-child-grandchild relationship is sometimes difficult to negotiate, especially when it comes to different parenting styles.
Sometimes I don't agree with my daughter-in-law, my son, but these are their children. Here it is Canada, and it's 30 years difference between whatever was before and whatever is now.
So we have to accept their way.
We accept.
But we do not agree.
I don't agree totally.
Their way. For instance, in our time,
when a young boy or a young girl do something we don't like, we used to tell them, no, this is wrong. And in our time, we used to give them some kind of correction, let's say. Here, you cannot do it.
These days, they are much easygoing than what we were.
Looking back, I think we maybe were too strict.
Yeah.
I feel as though some of the things I did were really not unnecessary, but you wanted to be more in control. The children have a little bit more freedom now, and I think that's nicer.
Grandparenting can be a time of second chances, especially when grandparents have to become parents.
Today, there are many grandparents who are looking after their grandchildren, which is another area of research. They are looking after the grandchildren because the parents are unable to do it.
Well, she was taken from her mom at birth by the Children's Aid, and now she's been with me now for, this is 3 years, be 3 years October. She'll have her. So. And it's pretty good. It's been, like a roller coaster, but sure, I can put it on you there. It's well worth it to me. I do it because I love her so much. I want to make sure she stays in the family and that she does have a chance to be nurtured and to do well when she gets older. At least she'll know that she hasn't been abandoned by her family. She'll know someone in the family cared for her.
She went to the monkey.
Oh.
Look, he got a fish.
Oh, you got 3 of them, is it? It's a second chance at me to do something right. Like they have 2 daughters, and then they're having problems with their own life, and I always feel guilty that I was part of that because I was the father, and I did have a part in it. And doing this with Fallon, I feel like I'm giving back, something that I wasn't able to do properly the first time. So the second time I want to do it properly. Oh, what is it?
Apple juice.
Ah, I like it.
Grandparents' roles vary in different cultures, and that can sometimes lead to unmet expectations, particularly if the grandparent came to Canada as a senior.
You have culture shock in the first place. Secondly, living with other 2 generations is not easy. In fact, not many Canadian families live under one roof with 3 generations.
I don't think it's a good idea, everyone all living together, or 3 generations all permanently living together.
Knowing my wife and how she wanted to do things at home, and knowing my son and my daughter-in-law, preferably each one under a different house.
Is that what he's singing?
Despite the usual ups and downs that every family has, the gifts the grandparent brings to their children and their children's children can last a lifetime.
I remember when my grandmother, I've learned from her so many nice things. Remembering a grandmother, it's like remembering a very beautiful dream. Everything she used to do was beautiful. Everything I've learned from her was... I love her.
Time for